What's up, y'all? I've been wanting to talk about this for a while now. Let me tell y'all first why I'm doing it now. Because first of all, I see it all the time. It's like men have this script that they're following, that when they're triggered by the thought of them not being chosen by the divine feminine, they open up their little book and they flip to page, how do we project fear? And they read from this script, and the script says something like this: you're going to die single. Good luck with finding that. You should just be poly because the men are going to run out and you're going to die by yourself. You're going to die alone. You're going to die with a bunch of cats. Like, it's like this is just there's a whole bunch of like things to say that they pull out of this same book, this same script. They all reading from the same book, okay? So I want to talk to you about why I believe this is a theory, okay? I'm going to keep myself in the clear by calling it a theory. But in case you didn't know, I am a metaphysician and a word magician. So I got some background in what I'm about to say, okay? We're going to talk about the metaphysics behind what they're saying. We have to learn, especially women, and I'm like men too. This is how you tap into your feminine, okay, men? Not how you be feminine, but how you tap into your own divine feminine. You have to learn to go behind what's being said. Not necessarily what's being said to you, but what you're saying. You have to learn to go behind what you're actually saying. That's how you get into your own feminine. It ain't got nothing to do with wearing makeup and nails and hair and being gay. And no, it's about going beyond the veil. It's about going beyond what's being said on the surface. Okay, so I'm about to give you the metaphysics on how masculine energy works and why primarily if you have more masculine energy than feminine, you are going to operate and you're going to speak from a place of lack. You're going to speak from a place of fear. You're going to speak from a place of telling people that they can't have certain experiences because of your own fear. If you have too much masculine energy. Now, I've been told I have too much masculine energy, and I probably do in a certain context. In certain contexts, yeah, I do. I'm also an Aries, which is a masculine sign. Because Aries are very competitive. They're the first sign. They want to be first, blah, blah, blah. I'm working on that though, okay? I'm going to try to be as soft and gentle as possible, all right? Let's get into these. I'm going to give you 3, and I might give you 4 for a bonus. And Spirit might jump in and throw something else in there too, all right? Number 1 reason is that masculine energy, the symbol for masculine energy is what? The penis. And how is the penis shaped? Well, hopefully it ain't shaped exactly like this, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's shaped like a line. It's shaped like a 1. It's shaped like a pen, a penis, a pen. It's shaped like the number 1. It's shaped like the letter I. Why? Because that is how it operates. It operates under I'm just going to use the word energy. It operates under the energy of I, of one, of alone. You see? You see? Now, feminine energy is what? The womb, which is like a circle, right? So feminine energy operates off all, whole, like HOLE, yeah. That's also lack, okay? If she's not one, if she doesn't know who she is, that's what the self-realization of a goddess class is about. But if she doesn't know who she is, then yes, she's going to operate from a place of whole, HOLE, okay? But WHOLE, whole, is what feminine energy really is. It's knowing that you're never alone. Hello? Hello, somebody. Feminine energy is knowing that you're never alone. Feminine energy is knowing that all the cells in your body is actually representing your ancestors. Feminine energy is knowing that the conversations that you have in your own head with yourself is how you're going to manifest things on the outside. Therefore, you're never alone. Okay? But I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about how feminine energy moves. But masculine energy, it operates from everything being external. And if it operates from everything being external, then yeah, when you look around, you're going to think that shit can run out. But the divine feminine doesn't operate like that. It doesn't operate under the concept of things running out. It doesn't. If you are truly, or at least balanced, then you're going to know that you're not going to run out of anything. So this thing where men do when they project this fear of you're going to die alone, they're doing it from their masculine energy, because their masculine energy automatically operates from a place of alone, of one, of being single. Like literally masculine energy represents I being single, because it's the one, it's the I. So if you're operating from that perspective, then you are not going to understand how there is no such thing as me being alone. And the only reason why we feel lonely, to be honest, is because we miss ourselves. It's because we're not one with what we call God. We're not one with the universe. We're not one with our own divine creative energy. Because if you are operating from that perspective, then you are... This has been my ritual lately. I got that from Miss Camilla, as a matter of fact. I said, how you stay so sweet, girl, and you are Aries? She said, it's the honey. Anyway, when you got that honey and you sweet, you're not, when you got that feminine energy, you're not going to be alone. Not in that sense anyway. Because you don't even operate from a place of being alone, because you know that everything is one and everything is connected. That makes sense? That's just the first one, okay? So let me just give a quick recap. The first reason why they do that is because they're operating from their masculine side, which their masculine side has yet to realize that everything is one and that you can't really be alone. Okay? That's number one. Number two is that because they're operating from their masculine side, they automatically have a fear of death. Because the divine feminine, there is no death. So listen to it, y'all. When they're saying you're going to die alone, well, the divine feminine, I don't die. So what are you talking about? Like, I don't die, honey. I don't die. I'm immortal, honey. I say that as sweetly as I possibly can. You need like a little kiss when I say it, but I'm immortal. I'm immortal. So I don't die. And the divine feminine knows that she doesn't die. But the masculine, if it's out of balance and too far to the, I'm going to say the left, because I believe masculine is left and feminine is right. If it's too far to the right, then because he already has a fear of death, he's going to project that onto you. He's going to project that all around him, because he already has a fear of death, because he's leaning on his masculine side, which the masculine side, again, is the external realm. And in the external realm, yeah, things do die. Things do disappear. Things do get forgotten. That's all death. Death is when things are forgotten, when they disappear. When they go away, that's all death is when something disappeared and went away. It doesn't mean that it's gone, though, right? It doesn't mean that it's gone. It means that it's not seen, which means that it really became one with the feminine. Just like when a man enters into a woman, they become one, right? They become one, and then they go on to create a physical manifestation. But what I'm getting at is that the masculine, look at the word masculine. It has the word mask on the front of it, right? So it's letting us know that it's a fraud, okay? I'm not saying men are frauds. Well, some of them are. But I'm saying that the masculine is The mask, it's the illusion, and it's the illusion of death. It's the illusion that you can lose things. But if you operate on the feminine side, you cannot lose anything. You cannot lose anything. You cannot lose anything. Matter of fact, you cannot gain anything either. But that's a subject for another day. Because to be balanced means you don't lose or gain. It just is. Okay? So, if you hear a man or even a woman, okay? But I'm talking about men right now because they do this all the time. If you hear a man trying to project this idea onto a woman that because you're not operating the way I would like you to operate, you're going to die alone. They're projecting their fear that's coming from their masculine side, their fear of death, their fear of shit running out. Their fear of things not being enough is because they leaning too much on their masculine side. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3. This is my theory. Some men, not all men, got to make it clear for the whiners, the not all men, don't generalize. Oh, wait, let me get back to my sweet self. Okay, my bad. Anyway. Some men have done so much dirt that intuitively they know this shit got to come back somehow, because we all know the law, right? We all really know the law that's etched in our hearts. This is why the Bible says that God will put the law in our hearts. So we all intuitively know the law that's etched in our hearts. So deep down inside, they know that all the dirt that they have done to women, there's a risk that they're going to die alone because they done did too much shit. Like, you got to pay for it, buddy. It has to come back to you somehow, okay? Whether it's in this life or another life. Matter of fact, your next life might be a horrible, horrible mother, because how you mistreated the feminine in this life, you could be birthed to a horrible mother. And then you wonder why you have mommy issues and why your mother was so cruel to you. Well, maybe you created it from another life. That is karma. Breaking down the word karma, it's kar, which is the heart, and it's ma, which is the mother. Again, this is something that I teach in the self-realization class, that all karma is really starting with the divine feminine, because the divine feminine represents what is unseen. And it's coming from that place. Not going to go too deep into that. But karma is also is referring to the mother's heart. Kar is the heart, ma is the mother. So it's referring to the mother's heart. So if you are going through life and you're doing all this damaging stuff to women, whether you're doing it unconsciously or not, whether you are aware of what you're doing or not, because you're not paying attention to yourself, you have to know intuitively that somehow it's going to cycle back to you. And I feel like that is where some of that projection comes from, because they're scared that they're going to die alone. They're scared that they're not going to get picked. Oh, that would be okay, Spirit. I said Spirit was going to throw another one in there. So in the womb, this is natural law. In the womb, the sperm is trying to get to the egg, correct? This is natural law. I'm not making it up. I know everybody know how babies are made, right? So the sperm is trying to get to the egg, right? So the egg is actually operating as a magnet. I'm not going to get all deep into that, but the egg is actually operating as a magnet, and she's making the choice. She's choosing. Okay, yeah, he didn't put all that effort in to get there, but when it get all the way to the end, she's making the choice, because she's the magnet. That's why they're attracted to her. How else do we know she's making the choice? It's all over nature. It's all over nature. Study a bird. I don't know. Study a penguin, a snake. Like, she's making the selection. They're afraid that they're not going to get picked. See, women are running around calling each other pick-me's, but it's really the men. Like, they are the original pick-me's. They are the original pick-me's. And so they intuitively have a fear of not being picked. Now, that's only if they are operating too much on their masculine side, or maybe not operating in it appropriately, I guess I will say. Because I feel like they are supposed to operate on their masculine side. But if they are not using it correctly, if they're operating from it from a place of fear and lack, then no, they're not using it right or correctly. Okay? So because they automatically, most of them, okay, generally speaking or genetically speaking, most of them operate from a place of them wanting to get picked by the divine feminine. They are afraid that they're not going to get picked. And so they project this onto women. They are reversing this shit, okay? They're reversing it. But women, if we understand our feminine energy, it operates from a place of abundance. And I always say, I ain't saying that I mastered none of this, but I'm aware of it. If women operate more from, then we will not be moved by those words, because it's just like, once you become aware that you know that they are projecting, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Okay. So let me look at y'all comments real quick. Then I'm going to go ahead on and get off here. Thank y'all for joining me for, I don't know, I went live on Instagram probably like years ago. But yeah, they're the ones that's dancing. Like, do they not, like, any man that's on here, please go study Mother Nature. Because y'all be saying some stuff and I be like, no. Oh, wait, let me calm down. I told you I'm trying to be more sweet, okay? I'm trying to be more nice. But listen, I say this in all kindness and sweetness and lovingness. This is why we need a class. This is why we do need a class for men. And I used to feel like maybe men needed to teach this class, but I don't know. I'm starting to think that like women need to teach the class, but then men always be like, you can't teach a man how to be a man. Well, I'm not trying to teach a man how to be a man. I'm teaching men about nature, about Mother Nature, because that is the first teacher. So if you study Mother Nature, study your own freaking penis. Like, what does your penis do? Your penis operates in a straight line. That means it's a 1. And it's automatically operating from a place of I. Whereas though the feminine is operating from a place of a 0, a whole. Okay? Anyway. The sperm swims to the egg when it get picked. Yes, I just said that. Yep. You are here because you got picked. This comes from a man. Thank you, significant lay. I just said that. You must have just hopped on. But yeah, I just said that. I said that the men are the real pick-me's. And women are running around calling each other pick-me's. But the men are the real pick-me's. They are the original pick-me. They are the original pick-me. And so they project this fear of not getting picked. That's what it really is, y'all. They are projecting a fear of not getting picked. Because they know if they don't really perform the way Mother Nature requires them to perform. This is not Black Fire. This is not Kamisha. This is not me making it up. Like, if you're not operating the way Mother Nature said or suggested, and you're divine masculine, being a protector, a provider, blah, 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 which women are also protectors and providers. They just do it in a different way. But if he's not operating from that place, then he's going to automatically fear not getting picked. And more women are starting to say, no, we want men to be like XYZ, as they should. And so if he knows that he don't meet those credentials, he's going into fear because he might not get picked. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? All right, I'm getting off. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So while I got y'all here, If you are in any of the 8 cities that I'm teaching Self-Realization of a Goddess, please come see me in class. This is what I teach in class. I teach all about the divine feminine. I teach all about the divine masculine. And in class, I do it in about 4 hours, but I have a whole 13-week course where I take that 4 hours and I expand on each part. So go to the Black Fire Nation website, go to my bio, click the Black Fire Nation website, and you'll see all the cities I'm going to. The tickets are only $35. That's really inexpensive for what you're going to get. So I hope that I see y'all this summer. Love y'all. Peace.